everybody. I'm Dr. Lauren with Revolution Chiropractic, and I have a special guest with me today. This is Caitlin, and we are going to talk about, or I'm going to ask her a question. She's going to talk about gut health and nutrition. So I'm going to let her kind of tell you a little bit more about her and why she can talk about this subject.
Hey guys, like Dr. Lauren said, my name is Caitlin Neff. I'm a registered nurse, I'm a health enthusiast, and I love yoga and the chiropractor. Pretty natural minded, but I have a big science background. So we're going to talk a little bit about your gut health today and some things you can do to improve that and keep you guys healthy.
Yeah, Caitlin's kind of my go-to when I have questions about this thing called gut health, which I never really knew about or understood, and it seems like the hot topic that is all over Pinterest or like blogs and those sort of things. So will you tell us more just what is in general gut health?
Yes, so gut health basically just refers to the state of being of your gut, which includes your stomach, your colon, your intestines, all of that jazz, everything in the middle here. And basically to keep that healthy, you want to have a good balance of good and bad bacteria. So dysbiosis is what we call it when you don't have a good balance of that, which a lot of people suffer from due to diet, medications, stress, all that jazz.
Okay. So you said it's like mostly all down here. What's like the science of it? Like where does it start?
So our
those
gut
sort of things.
Our gut flora begins at birth. When we are pushed through the birth canal, we receive microorganisms from our mother, and that's where your gut flora starts. So then from birth, you can affect that gut flora by depending on what you eat, what medications you're taking, different exposures that you have, things of that nature. So all of us come into the world with a gut flora, and
That's good.
C-section parents, when you don't go through the birth canal, it's very important that we do start our children with the right balance. So
they didn't get that.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Okay.
if you have had a C-section or have children from a C-section, or if you yourself were born via C-section, you should focus on trying to replenish all the good stuff that you missed from the birth canal.
Right. And we'll talk about how to replenish those sort of things in a minute. But so I want to talk about also like gut health and then just like nutrition also,
Yes.
because I feel like if you don't know about nutrition, then you definitely aren't going to know much about gut health.
Correct.
So how do those go together? Is there a difference? Like just what are your thoughts on that?
So nutrition is definitely important for your gut. You can get everything you need from the food that we eat. But in our society, we're living a fast-paced life. We are very quick to go for convenience over quality. So I encourage people to definitely try to focus on eating real foods. There are some equally quick foods that you can have at home that are nice and quick, that are much more healthy than the fast food options. I try to kind of refer to nutrition similar to like gassing up your car.
Okay.
You wouldn't just go to the gas station and blindly pump some stuff into your car that somebody just says, oh, it's gas, it's just easy, cheap gas, here, just throw me a couple bucks, pump this in your car. You wouldn't do that. You'd look in there, it'd be sludgy, you'd be like, no, I don't think I want to run my car on this.
And there's certain cars that require certain gas too.
So that's kind of the same with our bodies. We want to fuel it with the best stuff that we can. If you have certain issues, certain symptoms are presenting, you definitely want to try to stick to a diet that supports those things that you're having going on.
So the opposite of supporting it, what are the things that you find that patients or people that you know do that hurt either that, well, mostly the gut health, but like, like the bad nutrition options that we'll be choosing other than just fast food sort of thing? Like what else affects our gut nutrition that we don't even like realize that we're doing?
So sugar is our number one problem. Sugar is going to throw everything out of balance. It's going to feed the yeast and all the bad stuff and make that overgrowth. So avoiding refined sugars. Alcohol is another big one. A lot of us don't realize like, oh, I just have a glass of wine here and there. I just drink some beer with dinner once in a while. That's destroying your gut.
And those are
big time.
sugars too.
Exactly. Stress is another big one. The more you're stressed, it's all connected. Your gut is often referred to as your second brain. It's where a lot of your hormones are produced, serotonin in particular. So you definitely want to try to stay happy, try to have some me time once in a while so that you can relax and reduce
And then you
stress.
mentioned medications can do that too.
Yes, pharmaceuticals can definitely damage the gut, in particular antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
The actual word antibiotic is like anti-life, so you're literally going in there and just wiping out all the stuff that's in there. Good, bad, everything.
You might have an infection in your finger, but your body isn't going to know it's only going to the finger. It's going to do everything, right?
So it's just going to kind of wreak havoc on it all. So if you're on antibiotics, if you've been on antibiotics, you definitely need to counterbalance that with some probiotics.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What would you say is the biggest misconception about these two categories that you've found in your schooling and
I think the biggest misconception is that you can get everything you need with nutrition. As much as I'd like to believe that and support that, it is possible, but it's not very realistic. We live in a world where our soil's depleted. We have just cheap, easy options here and there. You don't know what you're getting when you're going to, social events or going out to eat for banquets or whatever. You're just exposed to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was going to say is maybe back in the day we could get everything from food, but nowadays, like you said, the soil's not as good. There's so many GMOs that it is affecting our food that there's not as many nutrients in that anymore, right? Absolutely. And then what would you say are some ways that we can boost this?
You want to stick to eating real foods. Raw foods are always the best. When you cook food, you're losing a lot of the nutrients. So some particular foods that are good to feed the probiotics in your tummy, we'll refer to those as prebiotic foods.
Okay.
Those are fibrous foods, like bananas are good, potatoes are good, let's see, carrots, apricots, apples.
Cool.
Anything you can think of that's fibrous, you want to get lots of that in your diet.
And I'll keep you regular too.
Yes.
So then speaking of those foods, what about like if someone was like, okay, yeah, I can eat those foods, but like what can I do as like maybe like meals or recipes like for my family? Because a lot of families come to the office and they're like, I can't give an apricot to, as lunch every day.
Yes. So I have a little guy at home. He's almost 4, so we're in the struggle of picky foods here and there and whatnot. So we love smoothies at our house. Those are an easy way to get in everything you need. Bananas mask the taste of everything, so
I didn't know that.
Toss a little banana in there and you can cover up any veggie taste. So we do a lot of smoothies, a lot of like soups and stews because you can kind of sneak and hide some stuff in there too. And it's easy. You can make a big batch and like freeze some bags for later.
Okay, very cool. I go on Pinterest all the time and just look at different recipes. People did the hard work for you already.
Exactly.
You just copy and paste it.
Yeah, just tweak it to your needs.
And then to kind of wrap it up, so like you talked about, how we damage that gut health and how the medications can damage it a lot. But what would you say, since we know our food isn't going to give us everything, what sort of supplements would you take? What can just help increase that?
I think everybody on the planet should be on a probiotic.
Me too.
Probiotic is it's amazing. It can't hurt you. It's only going to be beneficial for you. Right. I also think it's really important that we take a good multivitamin and try to fill the gaps of where we're missing in nutrition. Because if you're missing vital nutrients, then your body's not going to work the right way. Polyphenols are some good things to have in your diet too that feed all the good gut bacteria.
Is that a supplement someone can
get? It's a supplement. There are some vitamins on the market that have the polyphenols in them. So that's
cool. Look for that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, like everyone should be on one. I tell my pregnant moms they need to be on one. I tell them that when their baby is born, there are infant ones.
There are.
Of course, it's not going to be a pill, so that's good. Baby can take it, but that helps so much. Like it, like you said, like if your gut health is not good, then it's going to affect the rest of your body. It's like your second brain. I have people that their sleeping has improved. Of course, the digestion of it has improved. With babies, reflux and colic, it's a huge thing that can help with too. And it's just that they didn't have that good gut health to be able to have that body to work the way that it's supposed to. And like you said, either the way that we're born or the medications that we're on kind of wipes that out.
It does.
And if you don't replenish it, then like you're never gonna get it back if you're not.
And you get what's called leaky gut. We didn't really touch on that, but just quickly, that basically means that the mucus around your stomach and in your gut is holy, basically, and things can leak out of it.
Yeah.
That includes the toxins that you're eating, food bits that you're eating, anything can leak out of that and then gets into your bloodstream, and that's what causes all the issues, the insomnia, the fatigue, the mood swings, the reflux, all those kind of issues. So
Okay.
that's why you gotta get the good stuff in there. Seal all those holes.
Yeah, we don't want that. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to have Caitlin comment on the bottom of the video to put her contact information there, because if you want to talk to her more about nutrition or gut health or the supplements that she recommends, she can do all of that, right?
Yes, absolutely. Please feel free to reach out.
Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you later at our next Facebook Live. Thanks for tuning in. How do you stop? Finish.